Here's how to figure out your pricing for your new Airbnb property. My friend is new to Airbnb and she asked me this the other day. We've been hosts for almost 3 years. First of all, the really cool thing about owning your own business is that there's no right or wrong way to necessarily do this. You get to make the decisions, you're the business owner. But what I like to do is look at the competition in the market. I look at some of the best performing houses and where I feel like my property reasonably sits. I plug that into Price Labs and the pricing software is gonna adjust for weekends. It's gonna help you set your base price. And then from there, honestly, it's trial and error. You're gonna watch very closely to see if bookings are coming in too quickly or too slowly. When you first launch a property, Airbnb is gonna push that for I think the first 30 days. Every market is different and every property is gonna be different. So if you've got a 3-bedroom or less, those are gonna host smaller groups. You might notice that you get more kind of last minute bookings. So if your calendar is open for the next 2 weeks, maybe don't freak out. But if you have a bigger property that's hosting larger groups, those groups tend to book further out in advance. And so if we're getting bookings further out, it doesn't necessarily mean that our price is too low. It may just be the nature of how those groups like to book. So like I said, it's trial and error. If you feel like you're getting too many bookings too quickly, raise your price by a $5 increment in the Price Lab system. It'll adjust everything from there. If you feel like bookings are coming in too slowly, Airbnb is supply and demand. So you may need to lower your price a little bit. I do recommend only playing with one variable at a time. So when you launch a property, you're gonna have pricing, your cancellation policy, and your minimum nightly stay. I would make your minimum nightly stay and your cancellation policy fairly flexible as you figure out pricing.